Something feels different about people who grew up in the 1970s. They stay calm when plans break. They fix the sink before calling anyone. They laugh when people say, "Safe space." Today, you'll learn why. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you 4 simple things that baked an extra tough brain. No big words, just the recipe. Ready? Picture a normal day in 1978. 8-year-old Mike eats Frosted Flakes. Mom kisses his head and says, "Be home when the streetlights buzz." That's it. No phone, no tracker, no playdate list. Mike walks out the door with his bike. He can go 5 miles in any way he wants. By lunch, he has crossed woods, bought bubblegum, and talked to a stranger about fixing a flat. All before the sun hits middle sky. Now fast forward to today. The same age kid is allowed to ride to the end of the block. That's it. Kid roaming space has shrunk 90% since Mike's day. Why does that matter? Because roaming is lesson 1. When no map sits in your pocket, you draw one in your head. You read the sun. You count blocks. You remember the scary doghouse, so you don't loop back there. Each choice wires a tiny voice that says, "I can figure it out." That voice is called internal locus of control. It just means you blame yourself first, not the world. Roaming grows it free. Lesson 2 is risk. Mike's playground is a metal slide 10 feet high. The ground under it is hard black asphalt. One ride gives him a wedgie and a scab on his knee. He learns speed equals pain if you land wrong. Next time he bends his knees at the bottom. Lesson stored. Today the slide is plastic, 3 feet tall, seated on soft rubber mats. Kids still climb, but they learn nothing about limits because nothing hurts. Small bruise now saves big fear later. That's the deal. Lesson 3 is boredom. At 8 p.m., the TV stops. The national anthem plays, then a gray screen. Mike pokes it. Nothing. He is bored. So he grabs scrap wood and builds a ramp. He falls, laughs, tries again. By 9, he has a working jump and 2 skinned elbows. Boredom is an empty room. Creativity fills it. Studies show kids who sit with nothing score 30% higher on idea tests. Mike's roaming plus boredom equals idea machine. Lesson 4 is fix-it time. Mike wears a house key on a dirty shoelace around his neck. After school, he is alone for 2 hours. He makes a snack, feeds the dog, and tapes his broken toy truck because glue is gone. No adult watches. He learns, if I don't do it, it stays broke. Problem-solving muscle grows. For ingredients, roaming, risk, boredom, fix-it time. Mix them for 12 years. What comes out? An adult who keeps cool when the flight is canceled. An adult who changes the tire instead of posting the meltdown. An adult who says, "I got this," even if this is scary. That is the 1970s mind. It is not perfect. Crime was higher then. Some kids felt real fear, but on average the freedom trained agency, not trauma. Today we swap freedom for safety gear and screens. Child anxiety is up 5 to 8 times since the 1950s. More pads, more pills, less calm. Can we steal the best of the 70s without the broken bones? Yes. Let kids walk 1 new block each month. Give 1 hour of blank, nothing with no screen. Hand over 1 real house job they own. Say, "I trust you," and mean it. If you grew up under streetlight curfews and rusty slides, wear it like a badge. Your secret power was built 1 empty afternoon at a time. Share your wildest 70s memory below. Let's compare scars and ideas. Mike's story isn't rare. Millions rode the same wave. They call them Generation X now. The forgotten middle kid between boomers and millennials. But forget the label. Look at the track record. When the internet exploded, they adapted. When the economy crashed, they side hustled. When COVID locked the world, they figured out the router, the tax form, and the sourdough starter in one weekend. That bend don't break style started on bikes with no helmets. It got polished every time they walked into a new school alone. Divorce rates jumped in the 70s. 2 million kids came home to quiet houses. No pity party, just a key, a note, and a frozen pizza. They learned fast that feelings are real, but dinner still needs made. Some call it neglect. Psychologists now call it anti-fragile, a fancy word that simply means you get tougher when life pokes you. Modern kids are the opposite. They are overprotected in the real world and underprotected online. A 10-year-old can't cross the street solo, but he can scroll violent videos at midnight. The brain sees both as danger. One is missing, the other never leaves. No wonder the anxiety meter is red. Parents today fear strangers. Parents then feared boredom. 2 different alarms. 2 different adults in the making. Let's test it. Airport delay. Gate change. 1970s kid hears the announcement, grabs backpack, walks. 2020s kid waits for parent to handle it. Same age, different inner voice. One says, follow the signs. The other says, wait for help. Which one boards the plane calm? Or take the office? Boss says, figure it out. Gen X hears a dare. They've been figuring since age 7. Younger hires hear panic. They were tracked, tutored, and guided every step. Same degree, different guts. It shows up at home too. A pipe leaks. The 70s kid YouTubes the fix, buys the wrench. Gets wet, problem solved. The non-70s kid posts the puddle, tags the landlord, waits. Both are smart. Only one feels owner of the mess. Ownership is the prize. It beats participation trophies. It outlasts grade point averages. It even softens midlife crises because the owner says, I can rebuild. Not why me. Can we give this gift to new kids without the cracked asphalt? Yes. Start small. Let them burn the toast. Let them forget the homework. Let them walk to the corner store while you watch from the porch. Each tiny risk is a brick in the brain. Schools can help. Trade one worksheet for one blank page that says, invent something. No rubric, no example. Watch ideas spark. City planners can help. Build pockets where kids can roam without cars hovering. Other parents can help. Form free play clubs. 10 kids, 1 empty park, 0 devices. Return at dusk. No coach, just the old contract. Be kind, be brave, be back. The goal isn't to recreate 1974. It's to keep the 4 ingredients alive. Roaming teaches navigation. Risk teaches limits. Boredom teaches invention. Fix-it time teaches ownership. Mix them, and you don't just get tougher kids. You get calmer adults. You get neighbors who help. You get citizens who see problems and start solving instead of scrolling. If you wore a latchkey, rode in the back of a pickup, or played until the porch light blinked, that past is your private gym. Use it. Show the young how to walk 1 block farther. Let them feel the sting of a small failure. Cheer the scab. And if you're raising kids now, borrow the recipe. Serve freedom in small bites. Watch the shoulders straighten. Watch the eyes say, I got this. That's the real legacy of the 1970s childhood. Not the disco ball, not the bell-bottoms. The quiet superpower of knowing you can handle whatever comes next. Pass it on.